What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll teach you how to get rank 30 mutation Hank. Yeah, I don't know what to do for the intro, so let's just get straight into the video. Alright, so before we start this, what I would suggest for you guys to do is to find a team, because if you don't find a team, first of all, it's going to be harder to grind, and second of all, I do think you kind of need a team for this to work, so just make sure you find a team and I'll tell you which brawlers you need in order for this comp to work. Also, you can see by the gameplay which mode I'm going to be talking about, which is Heist. Alright, so also you can also see by the gameplay which brawlers you need, and the brawlers you need is which you are going to be Hank, then you're going to need a Brock, and you will also need an Angelo. Most of you know by now that Mutation Hank on top of a safe will do so much damage if the enemy damages you. But there is a problem. There's this bug called after 900 trophies your enemies stop being stupid and do not attack you. So you need to change up your strategy, and I'll tell you how, because when I found this out, I was using it non-stop. But before that, what I want to say is, if you're under like 900 or 850 trophies, I would suggest for you guys to just rush the safe and go on top of it, because that'll do so much damage if the enemy doesn't know the thing. Alright, now I'll tell you the secret strategy which I used. So how this happened is, I was playing a match and I saw this guy doing something else as Hank. Instead of just rushing the safe, I saw that he was standing diagonally from the safe. Alright, now that I think about it, what I just said doesn't make sense. So, what I'm trying to say is, when you hit Hank, his shots fire in different directions. So, what you want to do is stand in a special position which will make your shots hit the safe. But, you don't go on top of it, because the people know if you go on top of it, you are just going to do a lot of damage. But, they don't realize that when they hit you, they're also damaging the safe at the same time, because you're standing in a special position which makes his diagonal shots hit the safe. Now, some people do catch on to this, and if they do hit you, they know they're gonna damage the safe, so they usually just do not hit you at all. And if that happens, just go ahead and go on the safe and just start dealing damage slowly. Another thing that's very important for the strategy is lane control. Now, if you guys don't know what lane control is, it's basically where each one of your team members takes a lane and basically controls it. So it's harder for the team to just make a comeback and easily try to win. So how this would work is, when you spawn, each one of you would take a lane. There is a left lane, a right lane, and a middle lane. And yeah, basically each one of your members will take a lane. For example, if there's a Brock, Piper, and a Tick. The best way that you can do this lane control is a Piper can either go left or right, then the Brock can either go left or right, but you choose one. For example, a Piper can go to the left and a Brock can go to the right. And I would usually place Tick in the middle, because there's usually walls in the middle, so it can protect the Tick. But I'm just saying this as an example. This isn't to the strategy. The strategy is a bit different. So how the strategy would work is basically, you need to see which brawlers have a lot of projectiles. An example of brawlers that have a lot of projectiles is Meg, Colt, and Lola. Just basically brawlers who have a lot of bullets. So when you see one of those brawlers that have a lot of bullets, what you want to do is take that lane. When the match starts, you can basically see where the brawlers are standing, and that's usually where they're going to take their lane. For example, if the Lola you see them standing to the left, then you know she's probably going to take the left lane. Now, if you see the Lola on the left lane, you want to take the left lane. Now, if you saw Lola on the right lane, then you want to switch with your teammate and go to the right lane. Now, this means that the Brock has to take the opposite lane that you took. So, if you took the right lane because there was, for example, a Meg on the right lane, you want the Brock to go to the left lane. Now, Angelo's job is pretty easy. He just needs to go to the middle, since there is a wall and the wall can protect him from shots, and he can help on either the left lane or the right lane or the middle. It doesn't really matter. Now, you playing as Hank, you basically want to activate his shield gadget when you're starting the match. So when you spawn and you're going to your lane, make sure to activate that shield gadget when you're about to go to that position, and then you stand in that special position which I told you about before, and let the Meg shoot you on purpose. And you basically, if you die, it's okay, because you will just do the same thing again. Now, if they do realize what you're doing and they're not gonna shoot you anymore, make sure you just start going to the safe. And when you're on the safe, you want the Angelo to use his jump gadget and jump on top of the safe as well, because now they have no choice but to either rush the other safe or try to hit you. And if they hit you, it's basically game over for them. But there's an Angelo also doing damage to the safe, which is a big problem for the enemy's team. Also, you want the Angelo to play more defensive. So if people do try to rush your safe, then make sure Angelo can just kill them off. Same with Brock, you want him to play a bit more defensive, but you want Brock and Hank to be basically the ones that do the most damage, or Angelo if your strategy does fail. And the thing I told you about, where Hank goes to the safe and Angelo uses his jump gadget on top of the safe, and you both are just chilling and dealing a lot of damage to the safe. Also, these are the builds that you would want to run for each of the brawlers, so yeah. Now, I will put some gameplay so you can see how to use the strategy, and if you want, you can continue watching. But I really appreciate all the support I have been getting, so thank you guys so much for the support. And also, I do see my channel growing pretty fast in my opinion, so thank you so much for all the subscribers, for the likes, really appreciate it. And to end this off, thank you guys for watching this video, really appreciate it, and have a good day. You can continue watching the clips or you can leave as I am done talking.